Dear students, welcome to Cramster.
In this video, I have explained different forms of numbers, many forms of 10. If we add 10 ones, that is 1 plus 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 1, we get 10. That means in 10 there are 10 ones and in 10 there are only 1 10. So we can say that different forms of 10 is 10 ones and 1 tens. Many forms of 100. If we add 100 times we get 100. That means there are 100 ones in 100. If we add 10 times we get 100. That means there are 10 tens in 100 and in 100 there are only 100. So we can say that many forms of hundreds are 100 ones, 10 tens, 100s. Many forms of thousand. If we add 1,000 times we get 1000. So we can say that there are 1000 ones in 1000. If we add 10 100 times we get 1000. So we can say that there are 100 tens in 1000. If we add 100 10 times we get 1000. That means there are 10 hundreds in 1000. In 1000 there are only 1000. So we can say that different forms of 1000 are 1000 ones, 100 tens, 10 hundreds and 1000s. Many forms of 10,000. If 1 is added 10,000 times, we get 10,000. That means there are 10,000 ones in 10,000. If we add 10,000 times, we get 10,000. That means there are 1000 tens in 10,000. If we add 100 times, we get 10,000. That means in 10,000 there are 100 hundreds. If we add 1000 10 times, we get 10,000. That means in 10,000 there are 10 thousands. And there are only 10,000 in 10,000. So we can say that different forms of 10,000 are 10,000 ones, 1,000 tens, 100 hundreds, 10 thousands and 1 10,000s. Many forms of 1 lakh. If we add 1 lakh times we get 1 lakh. That means there are 1 lakh ones in 1 lakh. If we add 10,000 times we get 1 lakh. That means there are 10,000 tens in 1 lakh. If we add 100,000 times we get 1 lakh. That means there are 1,000 hundreds in 1 lakh. If we add 1,000 100 times we get 1 lakh. That means there are 100 thousands in 1 lakh. If we add 10,000 10 times we get 1 lakh. That means there are 10 thousands in 1 lakh. And there are only 1 lakh in 1 lakh. So we can say that different forms of 1 lakh are 1 lakh ones, 10,000 tens, 1,000 hundreds, 100 thousands, 10 thousands, 1 lakh. Many forms of 10 lakh. If 1 is added 10 lakh times, we get 10 lakh. That means there are 10 lakh ones in 10 lakh. If we add 10 1 lakh times, we get 10 lakh. That means there are 1 lakh tens in 10 lakh. If we add 100 10,000 times, we get 10 lakh. That means there are 10,000 hundreds in 10 lakh. If we add 1,000 times, we get 10 lakh. That means there are 1,000 thousands in 10 lakh. If we add 10,000 100 times, we get 10 lakh. That means there are 100 10,000s in 10 lakh. Add 1 lakh, 10 times we get 10 lakh. That means there are 10 lakhs in 10 lakh. And there are only 10 lakhs in 10 lakh. So we can say that different forms of 10 lakhs are 10 lakh ones, 1 lakh tens, 10,000 hundreds, 1,000 thousands, 100 10 thousands, 10 lakhs and 1 10 lakhs.